Hello, I'm Pete Martin for www.jazz-mandolin.com. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to keep up with all my latest videos. In this video, we're going to learn the drop 2 voicings that you'll play against a C major jazz chord. There's a PDF file in this, and the PDF file is called Chord Melody 2 Major Drop 2 Chords. So email me at the address on the screen here and request that file for this video. There are two chords in jazz that function as major chords. There are the 6th chord and the major 7th. You'll see how they're constructed here. In many cases, these two chords can be substituted for each other, and it's not uncommon at all to hear them played back to back when there's a fairly long section of a major chord. Anytime you have one of these chords, you can use this drop 2 set of voicings against that. Like I said earlier in the previous video, these voicings are built from bebop scales. So this major drop 2 voicing is built from a major bebop scale. We're doing things in this video series in the key of C, so here I play a C major scale. In example 2, I play the C major bebop scale, and this is the scale we'll derive the drop 2 voicings from. Notice the only thing different from the C major scale is the addition of the G sharp note. If I start on the first note of the C major bebop scale and play every other note, we get the notes C, E, G, and A. And that spells out a C6th chord. If I start on the second note, the D note of the C major bebop scale, and play every other note in the scale, I end up with 4 diminished chords: D, F, G sharp or A flat, and B. Now, if you know the construction of a diminished chord, that's a D diminished, an F diminished, a G sharp or A flat diminished. Remember, G sharp and A flat are two names of the same note, and B diminished. I show that here. In the first video of this series, I explained how we construct drop 2 chords and how we modify those to fit the 3-note voicings on the mandolin. In example 5, here are the C6th chord voicings in drop 2. In example 6, there are the diminished drop 2 chord voicings. I play that here. Now what you really need to know. Example 7 is the entire C6 alternating with the diminished voicings that go up the scale. I play that here. Whenever we are playing against a C major chord, remember that's a C major 7 or a C6, we use this chord scale in drop 2 of C6 that alternate between the C6 and the diminished. If you're playing a set melody, you put the melody note on top and use whichever voicing does that. If you're improvising, you improvise a melody that the top note is the melody and then put the proper voicing beneath it. Here I improv against a C major 7 chord using this C6 and diminished scale. One more very important point. The notes of a C6 chord are C, E, G, and A. It just happens they're the same 4 notes of an A minor 7 chord. A, C, E, G. So anytime we encounter an A minor 7 chord, we use the notes of this C6 drop 2 scale because they're the same 4 notes. So anytime you have a minor 7 chord, you just count up 3 half steps and use that major chord's drop 2 scale. Anybody looking for further study in this, I've written 2 books that may be of interest to you. The first book I've written is Bebop Scales for Mandolin and Violin that explain the scales that these chords come from. And then I did write a book called Chord Melody Drop 2 Chords for Mandolin. And that goes into much more depth than these videos do about this same subject. These books are free downloads, although I do ask for a $10 donation per book if you do find them useful. You can get them at the books link at jazz-mandolin.com. So check out the other videos in this chord melody series of Drop 2 and subscribe to my channel to be notified of any additional videos that I post.